Explosive claims by former Democratic National Committee Chair Donna Brazile are bringing attention back to last year's presidential race. In a new book, Brazile reveals the DNC struck a deal with Hillary Clinton's campaign in August 2015. It traded strategic and financial control of the committee for fundraising and investment. In response, President Trump, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren, and others claim the 2016 Democratic Party system was rigged. Brazile's tell-all book is called Hacks, the inside story of the break-ins and breakdowns that put Donald Trump in the White House. Donna Brazile is with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Was it a fair fight between Senator Clinton and Bernie Sanders?
I believe so. Look, we had 5 candidates in the race. Hillary Clinton, no question about it, ran a very strong campaign. She had resources in the states that matter, especially those early states. She won 3 out of the 4 early states, and she went on to win more votes than Senator Sanders. But my purpose in looking into what happened was to find out if anything happened that we did not anticipate. And what I learned was there was a memorandum of understanding in addition to the joint fundraising agreement that hampered the DNC's ability to control its communication and some of its financial investments.
Well,
and I pointed that out.
That's not entirely true, Donna. What happened was that in 2015, both Secretary Clinton and Bernie Sanders signed an agreement with the DNC, right? The DNC was deep in debt, and they agreed to help replenish its coffers.
Norah, I was the vice chair of the party, and I had no idea there was a separate memorandum that gave one candidate control over selecting staff in 3 or 4 departments. Now, it may not be illegal, but I thought
this was a supplemental agreement.
A supplemental agreement that when I became chair, when I figured out, why can't I spend money? Why can't I go out there and make some other strategic investments? And because of this memorandum, I could not. So I felt obligated, as I told Bernie I would at the convention, that I would get to the bottom of it. And I found no instances that the party rigged the process. And I wanted to make sure that Bernie and his supporters understood.
But your book does not seem to suggest that you think it was a fair fight. That's why I'm surprised to hear you say to Norah, no, it was a fair fight. Your book seems to suggest that you were bitter, you're angry, and on top of all of that, you seem very hurt. But it doesn't seem like you think it was a fair fight, Donna. You even called Bernie to explain to him, I found the cancer here. That doesn't sound like you think it's fair.
I'm also, first of all, I'm a member of the Democratic establishment in terms of, I'm on the Rules Committee. It is a fair fight. We don't set primary dates. They're set by the states. We set caucus dates.
You called Bernie to tell him what?
I called Bernie to explain to him that there was cancer that I could not destroy. And I could not destroy it because of this memorandum. I had 2 choices to make, and I think Bernie agreed with me. One was to expose it and expunge it and then disrupt the party in September of 2016, or to wait until the election was over with and to rid the party of basically allowing any candidates. But look, Hillary Clinton did something for the party that everyone should understand. The party was broke, and she gave the party a lifeline of resources in order for us to compete, and that's what she did for the general election.
Let me shift to this.
But now you're claiming that Hillary Clinton and her campaign treated you like Patsy the slave.
Well, that's no. I said I felt like Patsy the slave. I didn't say they. Look, first of all, I want to correct the record because I've known Gayle for a long time. She's been my editor, so she's tough. But there's no question that I was upset. I was upset because we were hacked. This country was hacked by a foreign country, a hostile country. We were
Donna,
we were torn
like
apart.
In the book, I read the book, that you were upset with Robbie Mook, certainly. You also sound very angry with Hillary Clinton. Yes,
No,
the hacking was an issue.
My emotions are my emotions. But there's no question that I was very upset at the time because, look, I'm chair of the party. I have a lot of skin in the game. I don't report to the Democratic establishment. I report to the voters. And what I wanted the voters to understand, and the people who support the Democratic Party, is that our party was under attack. We had to deal with a hostile foreign government, the hacking, and at the same time, I had to, like most campaigns, you have family squabbles. I fought with my family.
Are you guys settled on this? I'm going to do one other thing.
All right.
Go ahead.
No, we're not.
And I love these 2 women, but they're tough.
All right.
Charlie,
Of course
so
they are.
come
That's
on,
why
be gentle,
we love them.
please.
No, I want to ask you the question about the future of the Democratic Party.
Good.
When you say that Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and former DNC chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz stripped the party to a shell for their own purposes, What does that say?
Preceded, Charlie, by the words three Titanic egos.
Right.
Oh, good.
What-
The Democratic Party has lost over 900 legislative seats. We've lost over 50
But
congressional
did they do
seats.
that to their own purposes?
Here's what, you make strategic decisions every time you're involved in a campaign. And if you're only targeting the 18 states in the District of Columbia that could bring you to 270 electoral votes, and you're not allowing people in Louisiana, or Tennessee, or Nebraska to get resources, yes, I do believe that you starve the party of leadership, you starve the party of resources, and that's one of the reasons why I'm proud to say that Tom Perez is making a real important investment in all 50 states, and that's the goal, to restore the Democratic Party. We have an election day today, not just in New Jersey and New York City, but an election day in Virginia. These elections matter, and everyone should get out and vote.
Donna, you seem to be upset as DNC chair that they did not take your advice. You reached out to Robbie Mook, and you said they were concentrating on analytics and data. You wanted the emotion and the energy.
Yes.
They did not take your advice. Isn't it up to them to decide how they want to run their campaign?
Absolutely, and I made it very clear. I was chair of the Democratic National Committee. I was not the campaign manager. I was not on their strategic calls. I did not go to their strategy meetings. This was their
But you
campaign.
wanted to go.
No, I did not want to go. I had enough on my
Donna,
plate.
you wanted to
No, Gayle, I've had enough campaign experience. I did not want to go to the high command of Brooklyn. I wanted to be in Florida and Colorado, as I said, and Pennsylvania. I wanted to be where the people were. I wanted to be with the grassroots. But here's what I wanted. I also wanted the candidate in her campaign to respect the Democratic National Committee. I was an officer of the DNC, and I felt that my job was to protect the Democratic National Committee, which meant all of the candidates, not just the presidential, but the down ballot candidates as well.
Well, you opened the book saying you didn't hear from Hillary Clinton until February
She was
2017.
quite busy, and she was quite busy. And I recognize that. But you know what mattered? Barack Obama continued to help us raise money. Joe Biden showed up and helped us raise money. And Hillary allowed us to lead the party in good financial shape.
Okay, all I can say is you are naming names and taking numbers in this book. and
At 57,
we're
Gayle,
questioning the timing and the motive.
57
All right.
with almost 50 years in American politics, I want to tell my truth.
right.
I read Hillary's book. I loved it. But this is my story. I hope people will read it. But more importantly, I hope we take the threat of hacking seriously, and that we prepare for the next election.
Thank you, Donna Brazile. Hacks
Thank
is
you
on
all.
sale now, wherever you like to buy your book.